live from the Quad Cities. This is CBS4 News This Morning at 6.
Help could be on the way for Watertown residents after flooding forced dozens to evacuate their homes. And there could be delays in traffic for those traveling on the Centennial and I-74 bridges. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Scarlett. Residents in the Watertown neighborhood of East Moline are trying to recover after flash flooding hit the area last week. Ashley Richmond is live in the studio with an update on what's happening today. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Emily. Last week's storms took a toll on the Quad Cities, and the Watertown neighborhood was hit especially hard. So today, an informational meeting is being held for residents who were evacuated from their homes after that flash flooding.
These are issues that we're going to have to take a look at because that's always going to be the low point. It just is. We funnel in water that's not just East Moline, it's multiple communities.
The area of Watertown near 3rd Avenue and 12th Street has long been plagued by flooding, and although the city has put millions into their levee system, the mayor says anytime you get 5 inches of rain in such a short span of time, the sewer system will have trouble keeping up. Now the city plans to repair and replace water heaters and or furnaces for low and moderate income residents in that area with federal funds. And last night, council voted to reimburse all East Moline residents for the water they used to clean up after the flood. But many lost more than just things last week. My daughters are stuck with that. What would have happened? Because they were looking at the way the water was running. They stayed scared. From my understanding, they're not going to help us with clothes, shoes. That's why they're giving us a place that's giving us clothes. Residents who need help replacing clothing can visit the Salvation Army's website to apply for a voucher, or just head to our website at ourquadcities.com for more information. The meeting for residents affected by the flooding is tonight at 7 at the Mount Zion Church in East Moline, and it's open to the public. Ashley Richmond, CBS4 News This Morning.
Thank you, Ashley. Well, drivers expect lane closures on the I-74 bridge today. The Illinois Department of Transportation announcing that lane closures will be installed in both directions on I-74 bridges over the Mississippi River between Bettendorf and Moline and Rock Island. The closures will begin at 9 this morning and will last until noon. Workers will be installing aerial speed check zones on the structure, and state police will be assisting with traffic control. Motorists are reminded to slow down and drive carefully through all work zones. Again, getting across the river is about to get a bit tougher with lane closures planned for both the I-74 bridge and Centennial Bridge. For the next 2 weeks, 1 or 2 lanes will be shut down on the Centennial Bridge for bridge inspection. All of this leading up to the real traffic nightmare in early August when the Centennial will be completely closed for the month.
If anything, I'll just, take the government bridge and just deal with the wait if the draw span's open. They closed it for a reason. They've got to do it.
All the other bridges are going to be overwhelmed, and of course they're working on all of them in some capacity, so it's just going to be one big mess.
IDOT officials recommend using the 280 bridge during any closings, and the Arsenal Bridge is also an option. Federal funding for Illinois roads could be coming to a screeching halt if Congress does not act before August 1st. Federal law does not allow the Highway Trust Fund to carry a negative balance, so as a result, the Department of Transportation will be forced to slow payments until there's enough revenue. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin says the fund helps pay for 75% of hundreds of infrastructure projects throughout Illinois.
States have to make some tough decisions. Will they delay payments to contractors? Will they postpone projects? Can they find money within their state departments of transportation to keep things operating during this shortfall period of August and September? But there's an obvious answer to it. Congress can fix this problem.
U.S. Senate Democrats have a bill that would potentially provide money for the Highway Trust Fund through the end of this year. Yesterday, those in need got a chance to share their talents at an open mic event.
I can speak the sounds that show no pain.
The first Monday of every month, the homeless community is invited to an open mic at the center in Davenport. Since May of last year, anyone who has ever experienced homelessness can share their stories through song, dance, or written word.
There are a number of people that are performers, poets, singers, musicians, and I just decided that we should have a venue for them so they can be in community with each other and express themselves artistically.
The next open mic is Monday, August 11th. Those taking part in the John Deere Classic Pro-Am found out which pro they'll be teeing off with. The big reveal was made at the Pro-Am pairings party at Jumer's Casino last night. 52 groups will play around the day before the tournament begins.
You don't get to go and take batting practice with the Yankees. You don't get to throw a football, with Tom Brady. But you do get to, with Steve Stricker and Zach Johnson and Jordan Spieth, walk down the fairways and be a teammate and watch it up close and personal. It's really something special.
Tee times for the Pro-Am are 6:45 in the morning and at noon. Anyone with a ticket for the main rounds Thursday through Sunday gets in free to watch the Wednesday Pro-Am. You can find more info about the Pro-Am on our website as a web extra. Good morning to you, Anthony. I know lots of drivers are dreading the bridge closures that will be coming up pretty soon here. Luckily, I'll say that they're sort of easing us into it, starting off with just a few lane closures before the bridge is completely shut down in August.
Yeah, that way, you can make your plans and replan your routes that you're going to take once that bridge is totally closed down for that month.
Yep, which is a really good idea for drivers. If that's a part of your morning commute, start testing out some other routes, see which can still get you to work on time, right?
And who knows, it may save you a few minutes here and there.
Yeah, you may find a new route that you like even better.
That's right. And, construction season, very important. It makes those bridges safer, hopefully, for us. A lot of construction going on in and around the Quad Cities, and they're going to have some nice weather to be doing that with today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Then we'll have to dodge a few showers and thunderstorms. Now, overnight last night, we did have some heavy showers and thunderstorms just to the south of the Quad Cities. Right now, skies are already starting to clear out across eastern Iowa, and that's pushing into the Mississippi River Valley. High pressure building in across the upper Midwest, going to keep our skies mostly sunny today. It's also going to bring in, along with the slightly cooler air, less humidity. So if you don't like the humidity, you're going to enjoy that. Our dew points are already dropping, showing that drier air is moving in on west winds at 8 miles per hour. Right now, 72 degrees in the Quad Cities. Only going to warm it up today to about 81, the average high about 86 this time of the year. But with the humidity out of the picture today, it's going to be very pleasant out there. Northwest winds at around 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it is going to be a breezy one out there today. So that's something to look forward to. A nice sunny day with a little bit of wind blowing around. Not too bad.
Yep, not too bad at all. I've made it pretty clear I'm not a huge fan of the humidity, so when the levels are down, it makes for a pretty nice day. 81 is a pretty decent day.
Yeah, hopefully over the next couple of days, those winds will start to back off just a little bit, because unless you're a bad golf player, and if you are, you wouldn't be at the John Deere Classic. If you're a bad golf player like myself, you might want that wind to get behind the ball to, blow it down the course. But most people don't need that.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. All right, well, the Boys and Girls Club of the Mississippi Valley is hosting their 2014 Invitational today. Our live guest will tell us what's new this year right after the break.
Stay with us. You're watching CBS4 News this morning. The time now is 6:09.
You're watching CBS4 News this morning at 6 with Emily Scarlett and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is CBS4 News this morning.